If you've wondered lately why people get excited about super difficult roguelikes, a few hours with Risk of Rain should explain everything. My first few runs through the game were miserable failures, so you know it gets the difficulty right. But it also gets the incredible empowerment of succeeding. As you improve at Risk of Rain, you don't just become good, you become an unstoppable angel of death, raining hellfire onto everything on screen. Like most roguelikes, you only have one life in Risk of Rain. When you die, you need to start over from the beginning with whatever levels or items you've gained wiped away. Your goal is to conquer the game's semi-randomized group of levels and bosses before that happens. Time is an important factor here. You'll want to explore the large maps as much as you can to find items that increase your chances of staying alive, but the longer you're active, the more powerful and aggressive enemies become. The tension between knowing that you really need to grab some more upgrades before heading to the next level, and knowing that you're taking too long to find them is wonderful. And it not only rewards learning the level layouts, it makes it a compelling necessity for improvement. Dying can be heartbreaking in Risk of Rain, but it's not a complete showstopper. You still have some progression in the form of item and class unlocks. Each class plays completely differently, which makes unlocking them especially delightful. For example, there's the core commando class, which shoots fast and it can dodge out of the way of enemies, but has a fairly weak base attack. The bandit class is much slower, but also more powerful, and it can snipe enemies for huge damage. But items are the real heart of Risk of Rain. They can do everything from increasing your healing capabilities to creating a powerful ghostly ally every time you get a kill. In a good run, I would end up with dozens of items augmenting my abilities, and I would feel like a complete badass, even if I still ended up dead in the end. The only downside to Risk of Rain is that when I say it's an indie game, it's really an indie game. It lacks some of the polish I've come to expect, even from smaller titles. Most notably, the game's really unclear about how unlocks work. It told me that no progress is saved when you're on the easiest difficulty, but I definitely still managed to unlock several classes and a whole bunch of items on that mode. Some of the menus are hard to read, controller support is implemented but spotty, and I even experienced a couple of crashes, which was devastating during good runs. These small blemishes are annoying, but they don't really take away from what Risk of Rain accomplishes. It seems impossible at first, but the game eased me into developing my skills so smoothly that I didn't even notice it was happening. I'm over 15 hours in, I've seen credits roll, but there are still whole classes waiting to be unlocked and items I've never touched. I'm going to be playing this for a long time to come, and each run is going to be different from the last. That perfect mix of extreme challenge, randomness, and discovery makes Risk of Rain the ideal roguelike.